Hi everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to draft and cut this beautiful corset dress with a keyhole neckline. Okay, if this style is something you're interested in, please keep on watching and if you subscribe, kindly hit on subscribe button so you're always notified anytime I upload new videos. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always tuning in. Please hit on the subscribe button so you're always notified anytime new video drops. Thank you. So go ahead and fold your pattern. After that, you place your tape, come down by your bust point, come down by your under bust, and also note your waistline, okay, or half length. So I'll repeat the same method here. My bust point is 9.5, my under bust is 12.5, my waistline is 15 inches, okay, but I marked 16-inch for the sake of this tutorial. So from the bust point line, I came up by 2 inch and I will label as chest line, bust point, under bust and waistline. After that, I'm going to mark half of my shoulder circumference on the shoulder line. Do the same thing on the chest line. Connect the two dots in a straight line using your straight ruler. Then come down by 1 inch for shoulder slope. You mark, then divide what you have left. You can see what I have, so I will divide by 2. Then from that point I will go in by half inch, okay. Then I also mark quarter of the bust circumference and I'll connect the three dots to give me my armhole curve using my curve rule, okay. So I'll label here as shoulder line. After that, I'll mark 3 inch for my neck width and I'll come down by 2.5 to 3 inch for the neck depth of the front piece, okay. So you connect the two dots to give you your round neckline, just like this. Once you are done with that, connect your shoulder slope to the neck width, okay. So after that, next thing I did was to mark half of my nipple to nipple on the chest line, bust point, under bust, waistline. Then I'll connect the four dots in a straight line, just like this, okay. So on the under bust, I'll mark 1 inch on both sides. I'll do the same thing on the waistline, okay. So I'm going to connect the two dots in a straight line on both sides like this. I'll make use of my marker, so I'll use my marker to make the lines very visible, just like this, okay. So after that, I'm going to connect from the bust point to the under bust in a curved manner like so, okay. You curve it this way. So to tighten the over bust, you're going to mark 1 inch on both sides of the chest line, then use your ruler to connect like so in a slant manner, just like this, okay. So after I was done with this was what I had. So I used my marker to make those marks very visible. Then I placed my tape from the shoulder line to the chest line. I have 7 inches, so I tried to go up by 1 inch, okay. So I'm marking 6 inch here. It depends on how much cleavage you want to show. So I labeled as my new chest line, okay. That's my new chest line. And I also extended the half of my nipple to nipple. So the 1 inch for the over bust, I'm going to mark it on the new chest line. Then I'll extend like so, okay. You're going to connect from that point to your bust point line, okay, just like this. You get. So I'll just use my red marker to connect like so. So the one with red marker is the correct one and the other one is just a mistake, okay. So now that I'm done with this, you can see what I have here. So I am going to go in by half an inch on the chest line. That's our old chest line. I will mark half inch on the center front, then I will connect from that point to the half inch I marked, okay. Then you're going to repeat the same thing like so. Place your curvature like so, then connect from that chest line to your under bust, okay, just like this. So after that, I'm going to get the second cup. So you mark quarter of your bust circumference on the old chest line, then divide what you have on that little space, get the midpoint. From that point you go down by half inch, then connect, okay. You're going to extend your line to the part going towards the armhole, then you connect from that point to that point exactly, okay. Then connect your second cup like so, from that point to your underbust, just like this. Can you see? So my two cups are ready. Can you see? So the next thing I want to do now is to go down by 1.5 inch from the neck depth of the front piece. I will go down by 1 inch to 1.5 inch. So I ended up marking 1 inch. So I want to make the curve we have on the keyhole neckline. So for the keyhole neckline, this is what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'll just use my marker to get the curve I want, just like this. Okay, so after I was done with these guys, you can see what I have here. So if you don't want your front that open, you can come up a little bit like so. Can you see? So now that I'm done with this, next thing I want to do now is to include the measurements. So I will mark quarter of the bust circumference, replace the dart and add your 1.5 inch for seam allowance. On the waistline, mark quarter of the waist circumference, replace the dart and add 1.5 inch for your seam allowance. Label the yoke, label the cup A and cup B, and also give directions on how to join them. Okay, so if you want to, snatch your waist, so what you're going to do is to remove whatever inch you want for the waist. So my actual waist is 27 inch. I remove 3 inch and I have 24 inch left. So 24, you divide it by 4. I got 6 inch. I marked the 6 inch. I replaced my dart and also added back 1.5 inch stitching allowance, seam allowance. So you can see where the 1.5 and everything ended. That is where I used red marker. Okay, so I'll just cut out from there. Okay, just look at what I'm doing. So go ahead and cut yours out. Okay, just like this. After cutting the front, we are going to cut the back. All right, so if you want to make an inbuilt corset using this pattern, what you have to do is to increase your half length. Okay, you make it a full blouse instead of stopping at your half length. You get? So now we are done with the cutting of the front piece. We are going to draft the back piece. This is the pattern for the back. Sorry, this is the pattern for the back piece. So you're going to come down by your chest line. Mine is 7.5. Okay, and you can see the half length is 16. Okay, so I'm going to use my straight ruler to, connect those points in a straight line. So after I was done, guys, next thing I want to do now is to label. Okay, so I'll label as chest line and waistline. So I'm going to place my tape again, and I'm going to, mark half of the shoulder circumference, which is 7 inches. Repeat the same thing on your chest line. So I'll connect the 2 points to give me a straight line. Okay, so this is for the armhole. I'm going to come down by 1 inch for shoulder slope. I'll mark 3 inch for the neck width. Okay, remember we are drafting the back piece. I'll mark 3 inch for the neck width. Okay, then I'm going to come down by 1.5 for the neck depth of the back piece. Okay, so you connect the 2 points to give you your round neckline. Okay, just like this, and you're going to also connect your shoulder slope to your neck width, just this way. Okay, so after that, I'm going to label. This is the shoulder line. Next thing I want to do now is to mark half of my nipple to nipple. Mine is always 7 inch, so half of it is 3.5. I'll mark it on the chest line and waistline. Connect the 2 points to give you your straight line. Okay, then I'm going to mark half inch on both sides for that intake. From the chest line, you go down by 1 inch. You connect from the 1 inch to your both side where you marked your half an inch. Okay, so this is for the dart intake. Do you get? I'm going to mark quarter of my bust circumference. There's no dart there, so I'll add just 1.5 inch for my seam allowance. On the waistline, I'll mark quarter of the waist circumference. I'll add 1.5 inch for seam allowance, then replace the dart I have there, which is 1 inch. I'm going to connect the 2 points like so. We are still going to make the waist snatch we did at the front. Okay, just watch. So I'm going to, make the curve for my armhole. So I'm going to, just like we did on the front piece, I'll repeat the same process on the back piece, okay? Just like this. Next thing I want to do is to make the waist cinching, okay? So remember I said my normal waist circumference is 27 inches, and I want to remove 3 inch from my actual waist. So after removing the 3 inch, I will have only 24 inches, okay? So the 24 inch divide by 4, you mark it, add your 1.5 inch for your seam allowance, and also replace your dart, okay? So I'll use my red marker to connect from there to the chest line. Okay, so the 1 inch there is for the waist cinch. I'm going to be taking that out. You get. So for the back, I want it as a lacing bar. If you want yours as zip, you can add your zipper allowance before taking your measurement. Okay, so I made a straight line with 3 inch. Okay, then on the neckline, on the neck depth, I came down by 1.5 inch, and on that side I marked 2 inch. Okay, I went in by 2 inch, then I will connect from there to that point, just like we did on the front pattern. So after I was done with this, guys, next thing I want to do now is to make those lines very visible. Then I'll also go ahead and label. Okay, so I'm going to label here as yoke and here as back pattern. You get, this is an open yoke neckline, you get, for the back. So remember on the front piece we went down by 1/2 inch, okay, on the armhole line. So I'll repeat the same process on the back piece, okay, so the both shoulders can align, the both armholes can align. So I'll just connect like so. After going down by 1/2 inch, I'll connect the armhole like so. Can you see? Next thing I want to do now is to cut it out.
It's soft and true. Every day's a dream with you. In your eyes, my skies are blue.
So guys, after cutting, I'll go ahead and mark this area. So these areas I'm marking is where my loose will be sitting. And for the yoke, you can say I marked 2 points there. So I'll be attaching button on that point, and I'll also attach loose on the other yoke, okay? So this is the back piece and this is the front piece pattern. Patterns are reading, okay, so this is what we have here after it's done. So guys, we have come to the end of today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you love this video, kindly hit on subscribe button, just in case you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, my returning subscribers, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next one.